constant loss?
That is a great question. That's a great question. What? That's a great question. I like that question. Huh? Is that for profit or non for profit?
I'm gonna guess it's probably a for-profit company.
I'll stick on the for profit end. So coming out of COVID, it was a whole lot of friction and a lot of loss. People was just trying to survive. We'll go back to getting that business loan. Most people don't like to see that much loss, especially when you're trying to get some money from them. They're gonna want to see some profits at the end. They want to see some meat in the skillet. Let's just think about it. If you say, Tasha, I want $100,000, that's a lot of money. And I go, well, let me see the last 3 years of tax returns, and it's showing a loss. And then we talked about bottom lines. How are we gonna get this person their money back? So it's very important. You want to show some losses. So if it's been 3 years of loss, you want to start showing some losses. Or it might be something where we need to tweak what we're doing in the business to bring in some more business revenue, or we need to cut costs. It's two things. We're going to increase revenue or cut costs. We have to do something, but you want to be able to increase those profits. Profits are good because nobody is working a business to just break even or to be in the negative, because you still got to pay yourself. You still want to live some type of life and go out. And if you have kids, well, they get all your money.
Go back into paying yourself. Pay yourself. I'm putting all my money into it. I can't pay myself.
Yes, you can. You
How?
have to look at it. You have to look at the picture differently. Like I said, that's why it's important to know that bottom line. Because what they tell you on your personal, because the government get theirs off if you at the job, they get theirs off front. They always tell you to pay yourself what?
First.
They tell, when you get your job, your check at work, what do they tell you to do? I can't hear you guys. Well, after the taxes get taken out, they tell you to pay yourself and then pay the rest of your bills. Because if you don't pay yourself, it's gonna be harder to work the business. And there's certain ways that people pay themselves. Some people, I know we're gonna keep it real, they're zealot to themselves. Some people are right out of check. But when you're trying to get those loans and those different things, they want to see that separation, that the business owner is paying themselves a W-2 wage that's separate from the business. A lot of the financial institutions want to see that. They want to see that you're paying yourself separately. So when I say separately, getting a W-2 wage, that's you're filing 940 and 941 reports, and you're getting a paycheck weekly or bi-weekly from your business, which ends up being a tax write-off on the tax return. But it goes into what we talked about earlier, depending on what tax form we're using.
I can write that off of my taxes by paying myself?
Well, you're paying payroll, W-2 payroll, yes, and contractor, yes.
So in actuality, that's a good thing, right?
Well, I would think that's a great thing.